Welcome to Barkhausen Nature Bites. Today we're talking about this critter on my hand right here, which a lot of us are going to call it daddy longlegs. So there's a couple misconceptions about this particular critter. Technically it's not a daddy longlegs. They're actually called Harvestmen. And no one's ever going to yell at you if you call it a daddy longlegs. I still do once in a while, but actually they're called a Harvestman. And here's the big shocker, they're not even a spider. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, wait a second, it looks like a spider, it's got 8 legs. Well, it is an arachnid like a spider, but it's actually in a different family called the Piliones. So what that means is it's got characteristics like a spider, but also not like a spider. So they do have 8 legs like a spider, however, they only have 2 eyes. A lot of spiders have more than 2 eyes, 4, 6, or 8, or so forth. So they only have 2 eyes. The other thing is their body parts. Now, if you look at it, it kind of gives you the impression there's only one body part, only one segment. Whereas spiders, if you look at a spider, it'll give you the impression of 2 segments, 2 body parts. Well, Harvestmen do have the 2 segments like a spider, however, it doesn't narrow up in the middle. So imagine like a spider, that little narrow spot in between the 2 body part segments, it's like a belt, and these just don't have the belt. They're letting it all hang out, for lack of better terminology there. So they look like they have 1 body part, they have the 8 legs, only 2 eyes, and the other big one, their mouth parts. They do not have fangs like spiders do. They have mouth parts kind of similar to almost like a crab. So what they'll do is they'll bring up food with their front legs and they'll eat that food kind of like a crab, but they do not have fangs like a spider. They don't produce silk of any kind. They're omnivores. They're going to go out there and just look for insects or dead things to eat on or dead vegetation to chew on. So pretty much anything they can find, they're scavengers, omnivores. So they don't produce silk. They don't have venom. And here's the big one. There's an urban legend going around saying daddy longlegs are the deadliest spiders in the world. They just don't have the fangs that are big enough to penetrate our skin, so we don't have to worry about it. None of that's true. I mean, again, these aren't spiders. There's no venom. There's no fangs, in fact. There's a spider that is sometimes called daddy longlegs, cellar spiders, and those are those little gray spiders you see in your closets or your basement or your cellar, your garage. They kind of in the corners, and if you get kind of close, they move really fast. Those are sometimes called daddy longlegs, and they do have venom, but nothing to worry about. And just like many other spiders, nothing to worry about with those ones. So, Harvestmen, they'll go through 6 stages of molt to get to adult size, full-grown size, and they'll live about 2 to 4 months to about a year. Depends on the species. The other cool fact about Harvestmen is that, let's say they're trying to escape a predator. Well, they can emit a foul-smelling odor and just kind of smell bad, kind of like a skunk, and that allows them to get away. The other thing that they can do is lose a leg, and that leg will stay twitching for up to an hour, which is a long time to distract that predator and allow the Harvestman to get away. The drawback to that, they can't grow that leg back. Once that leg's gone, it's a one-and-done deal. So, next time you're out about, you're around your yard, you're out in the woods, you're around your house, and you see these daddy longlegs, remember, they're called Harvestmen. They're not even a spider. Get up close and really look at them good. They're really fascinating to look at, which I'm sure a lot of you will really want to get up close and look at these critters. Thanks for watching Barkhausen Nature Bites.